Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In motion, Aguilar. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jackson now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Jackson, options out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Brian Branch with it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
First carry now for David Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
38 yards.
And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down and 4.
To throw is Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
64 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Gone. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
To throw is gone.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Jackson.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially. Yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. The half plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5.
At the Ravens' 35-yard line.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Play action. It's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing again is Goff.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running your...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
After the interception, here's Goff. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jalen Reeves-Maybin in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
At the 33-yard line.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Goff now to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
One last shot for Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Charles Davis,